This is Jeff Veale, the business guru, coming to you late in the afternoon in downtown Manila. I'm back where I belong after 2 weeks in Malaysia. Feeling a bit sluggish. I put about 10 kilos on. It took me out every day for lunch and dinner. They really know how to eat in Malaysia, I can assure you. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm to go on a diet, I think. Anyway, my next guest has been to Malaysia, but he's not there now. He's in Germany. And I'm going to get him to tell you his name because it's like the alphabet, his name. So who will we welcome to the stage today? We have...
Yeah, it's Syed Muhammad Shoaib.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
mouthful,
you
guys,
can.
right? I'm sure his friends call him something. I'm sure he's got a nickname. He hasn't told us yet. Anyway, he's a co-founder of an investment company, guys. A lot of you people, startups particularly, you need some help. And this is the man that can help you. It's called co-founder of JS Investments Group. And his industry is management consulting. He's been in this for quite some time, but particularly now in the last 6 years. Brief description of his business: we make investor-ready business plans and pitch decks for startups seeking business funding. We also connect our clients with funding partners. So this man can take you from concept all the way. So reach out, have a virtual cup of coffee. It costs you nothing to have a virtual cup of coffee, and he'll know in the first 10 or 15 minutes whether or not he's able to help you. And perhaps even if he can't help you, he might be able to put you in the right direction and tell you what you need to do to get ready. Because the key point is people aren't going to lend you money if you're not ready. This gentleman will help you get ready. Key achievements or projects: 200 plus projects delivered across business plans, pitch decks, and financial models for startups and SMEs worldwide. 10 million in funding supported through investor-ready business plans and pitch materials. Global client base spanning Europe, Africa, Asia, and the US with 95% satisfaction rate. Not bad. Diverse industries served from tech to e-learning to hospitality, real estate, and consumer products, guys. So if you can come up with something, he's a man to reach out to. Strategic collaborations with investors, incubators, and financial partners to connect startups with funding opportunities. And his personal motto: every startup has potential, and his company's job is to unlock that potential. But you've got to help him. Interesting fact, he's a huge football fan, and his team is AC Milan. I don't follow the soccer, so I'm not sure where they're at the moment, and I almost never miss a match. When I'm not helping startups get funded, I'm enjoying exploring new cities and their local culture. That's what it's all about, guys. Having fun. And he hasn't got a job, he's got a passion. And he's got what we all want, and I've got it. It's freedom, guys. When you've got that freedom, not about the money, guys, the money will flow. Just if you find your passion, you'll find the money. So it won't be a problem. So my great pleasure to welcome you to the stage. Tell us about your journey and what inspired you to pursue your current career path. Where did it all begin?
Right. I graduated around COVID. So I started as a research analyst, but right about then I started freelancing, and I made my own gig on Fiverr, the freelancing platform. That's where I really got my exposure. I've worked with more than 100 US-based startups, and I helped them make their business plans, and I got them through to their funding. So that really inspired me to make my own company and really go big scale. So in the start of this year, I partnered with a person in the UK who's an accountant, but he's also in the venture capitalist space. So now we have a great tech team over here, and now we can provide a one-stop solution to the startups by making their business plan, pitch deck, and just taking them directly to our funding partners.
You got the numbers guy behind you, which is all, and the numbers are
Yeah.
all so important, right? It's all the
Yeah.
numbers. What's been the most challenging aspect of your work, and how have you overcome that over the years? What do you find is the biggest challenge?
Right. So in the startup space, you get a lot of people who want to do it all by themselves.
Yes.
So sometimes it can be challenging to convince them that how we would provide them value. So I guess being as much transparent as possible has been the key to convincing them to go along with us, help them along with their journeys.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't, if you're sick, you don't try and be your own doctor. and you don't build your own house. So
Yeah.
if you've got a plan, guys, I mean, we know you're passionate about it. Why not reach out and get
Mhm.
help? This man, like, you could probably save them months, if not years, off the journey, and open the right doors. I mean, you're going from nobody, trying to knock on doors saying, "Hey, buy my stuff, buy my stuff." Well, it doesn't always work
Mhm.
that way. It's the old, it's who you know sometimes, and this where
Yeah.
it can help you a lot. Tell me, what about your? What's an important moment in your career? Where did you pivot? What made you change your direction?
Right. So, what made me pivot? Right. That's an interesting question. Uh, when I started freelancing, so that's when I was working with small scale businesses, and I was helping them achieve bigger goals. So that's when I realized that this is a huge market, and exposure to it because I was living in Pakistan, my home country, and that is where the startup space, or as you can say, the market isn't that huge as the US or Europe. So I realized that my capability is much more valuable to my clients in the Western Hemisphere.
Fair enough. Um, Tell us, in your opinion, what are the key qualities or skills that have helped contribute to your amazing success?
Right. I think a very key skill here is the ability to get everything in order, attention to detail. You don't want to miss anything, but at the same time, you don't want to show all of your cards or overshare. So I think putting in the right words and making it presentable, making your startup stand out in front of investors, that's a key skill. And whilst many entrepreneurs, they may be good at what they do, they usually struggle with this aspect. They don't know how to put it on paper. That's where we come in. We help them with their documentations, and we help them in the direction to go to fundraising. So I think that's a very critical skill.
We had a chat earlier beforehand, and obviously you're a very good listener, and you got that
Mhm.
empathy. And the other thing you've
Yeah.
got to have in your industry, of course, is integrity, and you've got that in
Mhm.
spades. So that's
Yeah.
important, guys. So tell me, what's your secret? How do you stay motivated and keep coming up with these new ideas and innovate in your field? What's your
Yeah.
secret to being successful?
Um, I think my philosophy is not every day is perfect. You get
Right?
bad days, you get good days, but
Absolutely.
every day there are some fallbacks. But you have to look past them. You have to learn from them, and then you try to uh, get a solution on everything.
Don't make
Right.
the same mistake
So
twice.
yeah, and consistency. You don't give up too soon. So I guess that's it. You just have to keep going and just going till you achieve your goal.
Yeah, fair enough. Um, Tell us, if you could, tell us about a recent project or achievement amongst your many. Tell us one you're particularly proud of where you've helped someone recently.
Right. So this was during COVID, and I'm very proud of this project. So they came to me, and they were a crypto-based company. So what they were trying to do was they were creating a platform where you can buy their coupon or token, and then you can be able to receive vaccines in exchange of that. So this was a very important idea because if you remember when COVID struck and the vaccines came out, so bigger countries they got them first, and the developing countries, the third world countries, they were struggling to get them. So in through this work, what they did was they created a balanced environment. You can anyone in third world country could just cash in their token and be eligible
Nice.
for a vaccine. So that was really inspiring, and it was the need of the moment, and I'm really proud of that project.
Yeah, it should be. I was speaking to a gentleman yesterday. He's very heavily involved. He's got a project. He's very heavily involved in gold and silver. And interesting, you can buy as little as $10 if you're savings, for example. You can buy as little as $10 worth of gold, and they give
Yeah.
you like a certificate for like 0.1% or something. But when you finally get enough to have an ounce, and then bigger boys play bigger than that, of course. I'm talking about mum and dad now. Once you get an ounce, they'll actually ship that to you. You can either be held or you can take
Mhm.
physical possession of it. And I thought
Right.
that was a pretty cool setup, and
Yeah.
because it gives everyone an opportunity. Those who can see it, you might not have the money
Mhm.
today, but you can work on it, and it's good. It's a
Mhm.
legacy, leave a legacy. You're not going to go
Yeah.
far wrong with gold. It's been proven for centuries, hasn't it? Um,
Mhm.
Tell me, what advice would you give a 20-year-old version of you? One of your young nephews comes to you, or someone you know, and he says, "Oh, I'm not sure what I want to do with myself." What would you tell him to do?
Right. So I think consulting at that age is really important. So I didn't get proper direction as to what I
Others
wanted
do.
to do.
Yeah.
So, for instance, my bachelor is in engineering, but I have nothing to do with engineering at the
My
moment.
wife was in engineering as well. Now she's a senior accountant. There you go.
Exactly. So I think you just need to give children freedom, and let them choose their own path, but also tell them all their options, right? Especially in South Asia, Pakistan, India, Bangladesh. That's where a goal is to become an engineer or a doctor, stuff like
Right.
that, right?
Yeah.
So I think that shouldn't be your end goal. You should be able to identify your talent and choose a field that's really good for you.
Yeah, I'd say these days, I'd say go into computers and learn AI. You'll always have a job.
Yeah.
AI is bloody brilliant, and so many people use it so poorly. And if you know how to guide people, wow, it's a whole new skill set. We've got a whole team here working on AI.
Yeah.
Um, Tell me, you're at base camp at the moment, that big mountain to climb, as we all have. Looking ahead, what are your goals and aspirations for the future as you climb that mountain?
Right. So at the moment, my team is small, but we're hoping to have more people with us so we can serve a higher client level of clientele, and just expand our operations a bit. Right now, we're targeting US based clients and UK based clients, but I want to be at a strength where we can just work globally.
Fair enough. That's a good question for you. I was going to ask you. I believe
Mhm.
your accountant was in. Did you mention your accountant was in the UK?
Yeah, he's
Correct.
based in the
So
UK.
who do you serve? Can you serve pretty much people all over the world? If they've got a project, you
Mhm.
and your partner take a look at it and say, okay, this looks like it could be a goer. We'll, we'll, we'll try and get it over the line for you. Is that the type of thing you?
Mhm.
So no projects, more or less, there's no projects too big or too small, and it can be anywhere in the world as long as it's sensible. Is that
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
much right?
yeah. That's the beauty of the digital world. Anyone
Absolutely.
can work from anywhere.
Yeah, lovely, lovely. Yeah, so all the more reason, guys. If you've got an idea or a concept and you're a bit down the track with it, like I say, reach out to this man. He's got the connections. He knows what to do. He can, run your numbers. He can put you on the right track. Because I've just came back from Malaysia with my VIP client, and I saved him something like $500,000. He wanted to go to China and buy these $15,000 machines. They were like uh, wallet operated, like they dispense food, like a big robot. Look at what I'm trying to say here. Like a vending machine. That's what I'm trying to get to. A vending machine,
Mhm.
and they're $15,000. And but he uses a freezer. He's selling ice creams, and I said, well, why don't we possibly adapt uh, what you've already got, your chest freezers, and put a smart lock on them, right? And he'd never heard of a smart lock, and et cetera, et cetera. So it looks like we're not there over the line yet, but we may well have saved him over $500,000. So we'll find that
Mhm.
out in the next couple of weeks. We're working on finding the right smart lock, and they do exist. So you can
Right.
actually use your QR code, open the fridge, take your ice cream, and it just locks itself again. All right, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, sounds
And
very interesting.
and if that works, he potentially could make millions because he can put thousands of machines all over Asia. Um,
Mhm.
so looking ahead, we talked about what are your goals and aspirations in your case? What are you going to try and achieve? You're going to try and expand a little bit.
Yeah, we just want to expand, and so since I'm based in Germany, I really want to work with some local startups over here.
Yes, well,
So
Germany's big on
as
technology, correct? They're like
yeah,
one of the forerunners of technology.
yeah, for sure. So there's a technological boom in Europe at the moment because uh, and many people don't know, but the technology here in some common things is very far behind. For instance, in banking and stuff like that, it's quite outdated. So new startups are coming up with ideas. So I think there's a good potential to be here and help those startups. So I really want to be in a position to be help them, and also just work on my language so I can communicate better with my German clients.
Fair enough. Fair enough. It all takes time. Um, tell
Yeah.
our people watching this podcast and listening, what's the best way to reach out and find out about your remarkable services? If they've got an idea or a startup, something, what would be the best way to reach you?
On my website, there's a booking link. You can book a 15-minute call with me, or
Fantastic.
you can just reach me out on LinkedIn. I'm always online, so
That's right.
I'm very accessible. So no issues
Now,
about that.
his name's a mouthful, guys, but when you see it on the screen, it's easy. All you got to do is pop that into LinkedIn and say, find this man, and then you've got him.
Yeah.
And then you like I say, you see his website, make a booking, have a 15-minute chat, and hey, go from there. And don't forget, when you do one of these multi-million dollar deals, guys, think of me and send me a bottle of scotch. No, I'm only kidding. But no, that's what are about. Before we wrap all this up, tell us
Yeah.
a fun fact about yourself that most people do not know. Apart from the fact you're a mad soccer fan, what else don't we know about you?
Uh, no fun fact.
And
Well, I just really like getting into research and all that kind of stuff. So if I watch a movie, for instance, so I'll just go into the actor's biodata and I'll just find out what their
yeah, I'm the
first
same.
movie was. And
Yeah, I'm the same. In fact, most of the movies are crap. Most of them are made for television these days, and unless they've got someone like Leonardo DiCaprio or Robert De Niro, or or even to a lesser extent Tom Cruise. I like to be sort of well-known actors because hopefully they don't put their name to rubbish. They put their name to good movies. And and as I get older, the good movies are few and far between, and I think a lot of people agree with me. And now with AI, goodness, they're making all sorts of stuff. Like so. Don't know what's going to happen to the music industry and the movie industry with years to come. Anyway, you've been an awesome guest, my friend, and anyone else who wants to be a
Yeah.
guest on 15 Minutes of Fame, it's like talking to a friend. We just have a chit chat about you and your business. And think about it, guys. A TV commercial set you back $20,000. People jump up, go and grab a beer out of the fridge, make a hot dog, or go to the toilet and miss the whole damn thing. If you come on 15 Minutes of Fame, what we're going to do for you, we turn the whole thing into a movie-like production, speaking of movies, and then it's evergreen. You can put it across all the social media platforms. We'll do the same and potentially put you in front of hundreds of people. So there's the offer. So, my friend, any last words before we wrap it up?
Yeah, just thank you so much for having me here, and I love having chat with you. Thank you so much.
I'm glad to give you the opportunity, my friend.